Hey folks, it's dinner time. So I saw Scruffy at the window, so I knew he was here. And looks like he's stretching again. So I have the same food as last night. So we got the pate with real chicken and tuna, and then his standard kibble mixed in, and then potentially side kibble. So let's open the door now. Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Ready for some food? Yeah, it's a meow. And I think I hear some construction again. That's going to be annoying. Okay, so let's get your food. So I'm going to pick up the dish and open the door now. Okay, so I'm going to put the food on the table. I think that was a hiss. That's another meow. I got a new water bowl. Put that on the chair for a second so I can close the door. And I think I want to try changing the water dish again. So maybe I can go behind the recycle barrier to change the water dish so I don't scare him quite as much. So I'm going to move this forward a little bit. And he didn't like that. So I'm going to take the water dish out. I don't know where he is. I'm going to put the new water dish in. So yeah, just I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, basically I just moved the things I could put the water dish in, and then I'll move it back. And Scruffy is sitting there. I won't toss out the water because I'll have to walk past him. So I'm gonna get the glove on. So Scruffy's coming back. And we didn't check out the water, so I guess you don't care about water. How you doing, Scruffy? Have a good day? Oh wow, you came right over. So I'm a pet. Oh wow, you're doing good. So I'm not stroking the tail anymore because I think he hates it when I do that. Because yeah, he always seems to turn around, even though he's like moving against me and walking away from me, where it seems like he wants me to stroke his tail. It seems like every time I do that, he turns around and hisses. So now I'm just going to stop at the tail, see if that improves things. See, I didn't even control that though. He walked all the way. There's no way I could have prevented him from doing that. But if he stops, I'm gonna try not to brush the tail. So I'm trying not to go over his head too much because I think so. Somebody's commented when he sees my hands, it scares him. So when I guess reach directly at his face, that's problematic. So the problem is, he keeps facing me, and so sometimes there's no way to avoid that. But I'm trying not to lunge my glove at his face because that seems to agitate him. But so far, so good. He hasn't scratched. and he seems to be enjoying it. So now he's doing the cheek rub thing again. He's trying to get a good shot of his face doing the face rub thing, but he keeps moving. But yeah, he's kind of bumping my glove to get a nice face rub. So I think he likes it. So that's good, Scruffy. We actually might be making some progress. It's unbelievable, considering how bad the past couple months have been. It's kind of an interesting bite that he just did. Didn't look like an aggressive bite. It was like he just kind of opens his mouth to be rubbed. He's getting close to done, I think. What's that rub there? But yeah, we're a little past halfway, our 5-minute mark. Or half of our 5 minutes, so 3 minutes. So try to do this for just a little bit longer, and then we'll get you your food. So now we're rubbing the other side, so that's new. So I went out last night looking for the Great Conjunction. Couldn't see it. Too many clouds. I don't know if tonight's any better. So it was partly cloudy all day, except for about, say, an hour where the sun finally came out. And it was actually really nice when the sun came out. So I saw, let's see, I think I saw Scruffy. He wasn't sunbathing. I didn't see him when the sun was out. I saw him this morning under the table on the deck. Really shady. It was overcast. So I don't know why he was under the table, but he's sleeping most of the morning, I think. Wow, he's really into that face rubbing today. Okay, so my glove's falling off. Oh, we get you your food, okay? I'm gonna take the side kibble off. And okay, ready for some food? Meow. Okay, and I'm gonna grab the glove or the brush so don't scratch me. So now I gotta grip the brush because it's really hard to do with this glove. Okay, so now I'm gonna brush you, okay? So don't be alarmed. And this fur feels pretty good. And no big tangles or anything. Coloration's looking really good. Doesn't seem to have any like big over grooming spots. So yeah, I think his fur is doing good today. So I saw Scruffy on the table late this afternoon, and he was sitting or sleeping or something next to the sun oven that I have on the table. So I'm not a fan of that. As I've said earlier, one, I'm not a big fan of him on the table to begin with. But if he's in the little box with the old blanket, I don't care too much. If he's on the rest of the table, then I have to start worrying about him spreading fungal diseases or other things onto the table or the blankets covering the table. So I gotta be careful when I touch anything, especially even just taking off the blankets. So I'm not a fan of that. And then he's sleeping like basically right next to my sun oven, and so I'm not a fan of that since I cook things in there, which I eat, and so I'm not a fan. My sun oven is currently wrapped in a protective cover since it's winter, but still I gotta touch the thing to unwrap it, and so I'm not a fan of him touching it. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So I let him sleep, but he's a weird cat. He just keeps slowly taking over my domain little by little. No consideration. He used to be better. So I don't know. I think a year ago I scared him off the table. And I thought that permanently solved the problem. But yeah, now he's on the table again because he's not scared of me anymore. I let out a big sigh next time he's on the table. I thought it was funny that my sighing scared him. He's probably not a fan of Charlie Brown. So yeah, I already flipped over the brush. I didn't say it when I did it. And there's that construction again. Again, it's late. I don't know. I'm surprised there's construction. So I think I'm almost done brushing him. His hair is pretty good today. I'm just kind of rebrushing him just for the sake of brushing him to socialize him, but yeah, I don't think I'm actually helping his hair any. See if I get his head a little bit because I wasn't really brushing his head. Okay, I think I'm done. I think my nose is running now. I don't know. Maybe I have allergies to cat hair. So I actually don't know if I'm allergic to cats or not. So, I didn't really think this whole thing through, did I? So when the sun came out, yeah, I ended up going for a bike ride, and it was actually, when the sun was out, it was actually really nice. I actually took my bike out for much longer than I expected. I was planning just to go for a short route. And I ended up extending it just because I was actually feeling pretty good and weather was good enough. Though I lost the sun, the temperature stayed. pretty reasonable. And he's stealing the dish again. So at the park I normally go to, which has all the trails, I noticed they changed the fire warning sign for I think the first time in forever. So it's always fire danger very high, and I think I've only seen it like low a couple times, and that's like after like long rains, which we don't tend to get very often around here. I haven't seen that like in years. But anyway, they reduced it to moderate today. I don't think I've ever seen the moderate condition ever. It's always been like very high and then the occasional low. So I didn't even know moderate was a thing. So I just put down the brush. Seems to be into the food tonight. It's working really hard at it. And of course, he hasn't been licking the plate clean, so I don't know. And some things I used to give him, and he'd lick it completely clean. So he's leaving residue, so it's making my dishwasher work harder. Where I get stuff stuck to it, though I mentioned, yeah, so I've been using the pre-rinse cycle compartments soap, because yeah, the technology connections video where they talk about those little pods that you use now. You don't put anything in the pre-rinse cycle, and so you miss out on an entire cycle. So your nose itches, I need to scratch it. And so I've been doing that. I've been adding extra detergent for the pre-rinse cycle, and it's helped a lot. But yeah, I noticed the really soiled stuff I need to put on the bottom rack. So dried oatmeal is like the worst. But yeah, I've noticed that the cat food sometimes sticks if I put it on the top rack. If I stack up plates really close to each other, then I create a bigger problem for myself on the top rack. If I put the plate completely independent, like upside down on the top rack, it seems to work with the cat food okay. But then I get less space. So trade-offs. But yeah, I'm trying to use my dishwasher more frequently. So when I do that, I don't actually pile up with as many dishes, so I can waste more space. And by using the dishwasher more frequently, and instead of washing by hand, it actually saves water and energy, which is counterintuitive to what most people think. But the modern dishwasher, or even the last 15-year dishwasher, is actually really efficient. And then I also have like long pipes to the kitchen, so it takes forever to warm up the water, so I waste a lot of water to get hot water. And then you have to heat up a lot more water to run it, whereas I guess the dishwasher just heats it up once, but it just keeps recycling the water in the system, and so it just needs to heat it up once and then just kind of keep it at temperature, so that actually in the as you're washing your dishes, basically, it will use less energy than if you're trying to constantly run hot water to the kitchen. And I think he's done. And he doesn't want the water. So we'll see if he comes back around for second petting or not. He never does. So I probably should start putting kibble back in that carrier or something. Come up with some sort of plan on how to further socialize him. Using a second round of kibble or something. But yeah, it's been kind of cold out here, so I haven't been very motivated to stay out here longer than I need to. And then, yeah, I've been busy past several days doing other things. I was really behind a couple days ago. I still really haven't caught up. So, yeah, I probably won't do anything extra tonight. Let him groom himself for a while and then let him leave, or I'll go in. I don't even think I'm going to move the ball in the bowl. I think there's a little bit of pate under that ball, but he hasn't been licking the bowl, so what's the point? But on the plus side, he didn't scratch me tonight, so I think that's progress. So I think, yeah, we're slowly moving forward. He actually seemed to enjoy being pet. Didn't scratch. Like last night when I walked past him to put the water in, he scratched at me. I think that might still be an issue. I need to come up with another plan also how to acclimate him to me changing the water bowl, walking around and stuff. Tonight I cut him a break and I tried accommodating him by changing the water a different way. Yeah, he's making a bunch of noise. He's really loud when he walks off that step off the deck. Hope he's not scratching it. Anyway, folks, I think he's left, so I guess that's it for tonight. So thanks for joining us, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye.